Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a card, pick a story. So in one of these decks should be a story here for you. Matter of fact, I should just start calling this Pick a Story. So we'll go ahead and start with deck number one. I'm going to hold up the deck and see if it resonates with you. If it resonates with you, then that will be your deck. Are you resonating with deck number two? Could your story be here? Or is your story in deck number three? Is there a story waiting here for you? Story time, story time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with deck number one. Ooh, I forgot to start the timer. Okay. All right, deck number oneers. We have the Magician, the Knight of Cups, Temperance, the Moon, Five of Swords, Chariot as the central issue, Queen of Cups, and also the World. All right, so what we have going on here. Central issue, completing some sort of phase or cycle here. Someone is ready to let go, move on, start fresh, start new. Some of you may be traveling. I'm definitely getting traveling or relocating here. I just feel like overall there's a new chapter beginning in your life. Some of you may have just given birth, or you are getting ready to, or you're in a fertile, your body is fertile rather. So be careful, use protection if you're not wanting to have a child right now. Although when spirit want to come through, you know, spirit just come through. But I don't want to spook you guys. I know so many people just like hate the baby idea. My God. But I do also feel like someone is very much in love. Something is being romanticized here. I'm seeing like something in regards to a love story for whatever reason. Maybe somebody's writing a story. I'm seeing something in regards to a passenger as well. I almost feel like there is going to be some sort of romantic conversation with the passenger and the driver. So I don't know if it's like you kind of fall for your cab driver, your Uber driver, Lyft driver, or just someone who is giving you a ride in particular. So some of you too, though, may be torn in a situation. I feel that there's two different people, very opposite from one another, and you desire a relationship or a connection to them both. I see too someone who's really into tattoos. He or she may even have like their leg all tatted up. I was gonna say sleeve, but I think that's only when it's on the arm. But yeah, I feel like there is something specific. I see someone too with an angel tattoo. Someone's name, it may also be Angel or Angelique. but there's something in regards to angelic that I'm getting here. You also may be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, maybe a Leo. Now, what I'm concerned about is the Magician. So in regards to a romantic connection, well, I feel like what the Magician is doing here is manifesting love. I almost feel too like someone could be praying or meditating. Also because of the position that the Magician is in, for whatever reason, it's just making me think of a Muslim. And I don't know too if that is part of the opposite energy, where it's coming from two different religious backgrounds. I also get someone who maybe kind of mixes up religion. I'm just kind of looking at the symbols on their belt, and it looks as if this person maybe likes to mesh different beliefs, especially too, and I was just saying mesh with the temperance. The temperance is meshing two different things together. So there's definitely, like, matter of fact, I'm seeing in several cards an indication of two completely opposite people coming together. You guys are very different, but yet very much alike. You guys complement each other, and your two energies, they don't clash. They just form something new, something warm. So, of course, this is for those of you that are maybe just connecting with someone, or the relationship that you're currently in. If you're single, there is someone coming towards you. If it doesn't happen, you know, within the next couple of weeks or so, because I've started referring to the pick of cards as timeless, but it could happen somewhere maybe in Cancer season. Something else I was getting ready to say here. Yeah, so even if you're single, I do feel like someone is charging forth. When they're ready, they will be coming towards you. They will be pursuing you aggressively as well. So back to going to some of these opposites. I feel like one person is quick-tempered, or one person is very nonchalant, very cool-headed. One person is maybe an introvert, the other could be an extrovert. One person could be, there could be two different races here. We could have something that's kind of like one person is like an angel, one person is like a demon. So, you know, is good girl, bad guy, good guy, bad girl, something like that. Somebody that maybe has a tarnished background versus someone who has a squeaky clean background. And then I said like two different religions. So what it is that opposites attract. You guys are just naturally drawn towards one another. I'm also getting someone who enjoys like the lake or the beachfront. I'm seeing white sands, but I'm also getting desert sands. So a very dry area. So I don't know too if that has something to do with where you live or where you like to frequent, especially for vacation. I feel too like someone may be invited out for vacation or a trip. Like someone's asking, do you want to ride down with me, or do you want to travel here with me? Do you want to help me? I almost want to say maybe you're asking someone to help you relocate, but you know, there is hidden or romantic feelings here. And also speaking about hidden, I feel that someone does wear a barrier when it comes to expressing how they feel. But I almost feel like this person, this armored man or woman, kind of melts in your presence. They just kind of melt. They just fall apart. They feel extremely relaxed. I'm about to get dirty. I'm about to get dirty. Somebody in regards to sexuality, somebody is going to know how to put you to sleep, or you are the person that knows how to put them to sleep. I feel like the love making will be completely different from what you've experienced in your past. And that is almost because it's like your bodies were made for one another. It's not just your physical bodies that are connecting. It is your inner energies that are connecting. So I feel like the lovemaking will be like an outer body experience. It will be otherworldly. I'm going to get into some other things too, but I know everybody's favorite is love. So there is a need too for you guys to heal. I feel like you guys are going to help heal one another. There's a purpose why you guys have come into this life together, why you guys have this contract, because you guys are deeply wounded. Each of you has buried something very deep that only the other person knows how to access. Nobody else, just them. You guys are able to access each other's souls, energies. It's like you saved the key for them specifically, nobody else. So someone is definitely unlocking the soul to the other. However, when someone goes too deep, too fast, ooh, did y'all like that? Let me stop. When someone goes too deep, too fast, they become very guarded, and their defense mechanism goes up. They bring out the swords. It's like they draw their sword on you, and you them. It's just like, who the fuck you think you are going that deep? Who do you think you are? Who told you to know me that way? Who told you to learn me? Can I share an inappropriate story? So, I'm not easy to orgasm. Matter of fact, I've had one full on through penetration. Please don't. I hope to God is no 13-year-olds looking at this. And the last time someone came near doing that, I was actually getting angry because I was like, nobody does this to me. Like, nobody is allowed to make me vulnerable. So I was actually kind of like trying to stop it. And I did kind of like control it in a sense, because I was like, no. So that's a challenge for me. It's just like, no, you're not allowed to do that. That's very personal for me. And, you know, it only happens when I'm alone. Let me quit. I'm being silly with y'all. I knew I was going to feel silly tonight. But aside from that, this is, you guys become very guarded from one another. Very defensive. You start to, you know, become distant with one another. Someone might even start an argument on purpose. You go into, so this to me, I don't normally think of this card this way, but it is coming off as that self-sabotage energy. You know, and the both of you have it. The both of you need to learn how to stop doing that, and allow yourselves to be vulnerable with one another. So it's almost like your lesson for today. You will be with this person for XYZ time until they are allowed to reach the peak of your vulnerability without you running away. So it's almost like I just feel like you guys are having to work that out. It's almost like you've been through the roughest parts of your journey, of your spiritual journey. Not saying that this is the last lesson, although, you know, this does seem like finale type energy, like this is the grand finale. So this connection, when you get into, is going to be very important here. Ooh, let me look at some more of the details in this dramatic card. Someone does not want to be humiliated again. Someone has been taken advantage of plenty of times. It's almost too where this person may be afraid, or I don't know why I was going to say ashamed, but this is someone who does not like to share their relationships on social media. Not because they're ashamed of the person, but they're ashamed of something within themselves. They feel like a failure if it weren't to last, and you guys separated. And then, you know, there goes, oh, where's their pictures? You know, what happened to the picture of them together? I don't see their pictures anymore, or they're not talking about going out together anymore. You know, people just start to wonder, and it's just embarrassing. So I feel like too, someone had a very bad experience with sharing their relationship on social media because they were naive during the first time or the first few times they shared their relationship. So when they're in relationships now, they don't share that information. And plus too, it is kind of best to keep that type of stuff private. However, this person really has an intense phobia. It's become like a phobia now because it was a traumatic experience for this person for everyone to see their relationship fail. So they take responsibility for that. So yeah, you guys will be a reflection of one another's shadow, the shadow, the hidden part, you know, the part that nobody else sees. So you guys might have 12th house connections because the 12th house is unknown. It is, what do you call it? It's like there's no boundaries in the 12th house. It's not thinking like outer space, like you just let go and float. And it's like, can I pull myself back if I fall in love, or if I allow myself to get lost like this? Will I be able to ground myself and find myself again? So this relationship has the potential to just kind of become just too intense. That is very, you know, you're tapping into the innermost parts of this person's soul, things that they probably didn't even realize. Like I just gave that example, but if a person heard it out loud who this happened to, they would be like, damn, like I didn't even realize that I was doing that, you know. So you're going to be able to awaken that within them, and they will do that to you. This is also, you might have, I wasn't finished. You also may have 8th house connections, because the 8th house is also the house of secrets. It is also the house of sexuality. So again, they may be able to tap into parts of yourself that you did not know that existed. And then also the 4th house, because the 10th house is how the public sees you. That's kind of like your public face, as well as the 1st house. Those are like kind of public. And then, you know, the 4th house, that's how you are when you're at home with your family in private. So you may have 12th, 4th, and 8th house connections, basically. That's if you know who this is. But, it doesn't matter. When you do get to know this person, I'm sure you'll be asking for their birth information. It's like one of my first few questions now. It's like, do you mind if I have your birthday, time, location? Do you know exactly what time you were born? It'd be really nice if you could get you got the birth certificate? Okay. So it's like, you might really be trying to figure out, what's going to happen. Like, where is this going? Where is this headed? And it's kind of scary because it's like I said, there's no boundaries to how deep this can go. It's like, how deep do you want this relationship to go? How far into the rabbit hole do you want to go? And sometimes when you fall into that rabbit hole, there's no stopping. You just keep searching and searching and searching. You may even connect with someone who's also a truth seeker. If you're a truth seeker, you guys are both just kind of like wanting to know the truth to everything, the meaning of life. What does everything mean? You guys might have that ability to kind of search together. I also feel like you guys are unlocking hidden gifts and talents here. You guys are definitely awakening and activating hidden parts, hidden gems within your souls here. The magician is kind of creeping me out, only in the sense that, sometimes the magician is phony, but based off of the energies that I'm looking at here, I don't feel like it's someone trying to manipulate you in this case. I mean, it might be a form of manipulation, but in a different way. There's someone who is trying to get you to conform to their ways because they don't want to be embarrassed anymore, like I said, or be hurt or, humiliated. So someone may wear a mask, they wear many faces, the many-faced God. A girl is no one. I'm sorry, Game of Thrones fans. But no, someone may have multiple personalities or faces, or you know what I mean. I'm not saying that someone is mentally unstable, but they have. It is someone who has adapted to switching gears out of protection. Someone who, the minute they sense doom, fear, hurt, they can change channels and switch a personality. It's like, tuning into the person who doesn't give a shit, turning into the person who's falling in love, turning into, so I feel like you're going to get like for some of you, that might be exciting because it's like, I don't know who I'm coming home to today. So I don't know. But this person is very interesting. I don't feel like you're really ever going to get bored with this person. It's enough chemistry to keep things positive, and then you guys probably both purposely, like I said, the self-sabotage just to keep it interesting. But it doesn't have to be that way. It's almost like you both know what you're doing. This would be the type of relationship where you have an argument, you scream to the top of your lungs, one person leaves the house, they come back 20 minutes later and it's just like, hey baby, I bought some ice cream. Like, oh, well, what'd you get? It's like, hello, everybody's looking at you crazy. Like, did you guys just forget you just said I'm going to murder you? That I hate you? It's like you guys said the meanest things and then you come back around and it's just like, who said that? So something very unusual about this relationship. And then two is, although I was giving like examples about arguments, I feel like there's something harmonious to it. Like when it's almost like one of those situations like you can't get mad at the same time. Like someone goes bananas and you just like, okay. And then when it's your turn to go off, they're like, oh yeah, okay. So it's just, you guys are very good with each other in a nutshell. Very quickly, in regards to career, I see something about you having to, especially something that you're passionate about. You're having to chase your dreams. You're being asked to go after whatever scares you the most. Whatever is scaring you, go after it, because that's what you're supposed to do. You need to challenge yourself. You need to get out of your comfort zone. That can be any career field. Now, also, if you are like creative, that's even better, you know, because I feel like you have the ability to create beautiful artwork, beautiful films, beautiful songs, music. So career wise, I do feel like things are going to be taking off. I feel that you are going to stand out from the crowd. This is also about having some sort of victory over your competitors or enemies. This is just really kind of like standing out from the rest. Like no one is able to compare. I just really feel like you are in a class of your own here. This is someone that's just like, can't touch me. Like you can't, you know, it's no point in trying to compete because there's no other. So this is someone who is also evolving to be someone who is very confident in whatever gifts or talents that they have. This could also be some sort of spiritual gift or talent. Medium, psychic, channeler, just everything that you're doing. I feel like you also, this is also about being multi-talented. So the magician knows how to do, the magician is not a one-trick pony, basically. There's always something new and exciting being brought to the table or reinvented. The magician knows how to keep an audience guessing. So I feel that you are a multi-talented person career-wise. You have many gifts. You can use all of them or one of them. It's up to you. But there is a need for you to get started. If you've been procrastinating or hesitating, there's a need for you to just put yourself out there. The same thing in regards to you about needing to be vulnerable. Maybe in a past life, you were humiliated or ridiculed because you goofed or messed up or something. In regards to your career, you came back here in this life to redeem yourself. And you're like, okay, I'll show them all this lifetime. I'm not going to fail. So whatever the case, I just kind of feel like you are coming back here to face your fears. Your career has something to do with facing your fears. You will have people who will not be happy for you. You're going to have people that are trolls. You're going to have people who are haters. You're going to have people who are trying to send bad juju your way. But I feel like you're going to be protected. You have an entire halo around you, and your angels, your guides, they're like, no, not this lifetime. You're not allowed to be attacked, or your protection, your shield of protection is not meant to be penetrated this lifetime. Maybe that happened last lifetime, not this lifetime. It's your time to shine this lifetime. So, yeah, hope that resonated with you guys. We'll go ahead and move on to deck number 2. So we have the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, Judgment, 3 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Wheel. All right, so here, the central issue. Somebody wants it their way, like Burger King. I'm sorry. I just seen him with his little crown on, and just something about his demeanor is like he feels like he deserves to have it his way. And not saying that he doesn't deserve it. This is someone who feels like they are a king or a queen who deserves respect. You may be connecting with someone who is loaded, or you may be an entrepreneur. Maybe whether or not your business is just getting started, I feel like it's going to lead to fortune here. I like how the wheel and the King of Pentacles is here in the same row. And someone also maybe has the Midas touch. You know, the Midas touch is like everything a person touches turns to gold. So this is someone who may be very, like someone who has the potential to be some sort of business mogul. You know, maybe for instance, someone tried to get into flipping homes. They're like, I failed miserably. But when this person does it, it's like they become the next biggest property brothers, or, you know, whoever. This person is just like everything they touch turns to gold. It's almost like they bless you. They're like is it a Don? I just kind of feel like they have that power. This could be someone's energy who you're like, oh, can you please just come and bless my restaurant? Like, my restaurant is struggling. I heard you had the Midas touch. And they come into your restaurant, give you a little consultation, and the next thing, boom, your restaurant is taken off. Is a line around the block. Speaking of, this person is coming off as a critic. So I don't know if this person is literally a foodie for their professional life, or even if it's like vlogging, where you and your friend or you and your significant other go visit different places, and you make your own self a foodie. You didn't wait for Food Network or one of those other networks to call you. You just kind of made your own platform, and you took a risk, and it is working out. So I feel like you're going to be successful in business. I feel like your luck is about to change or shift. The only thing too, and I said shift, I was going to say this person is acting shifty. I also feel like maybe someone rises to fame through some sort of shortcut or secret route. So, I mean, really that can be something as simple as spell work. It's like someone taught you the ultimate money spell or the ultimate famous spell, and you were like, let me go do this. And you did it, and it worked. And it's just like, I don't believe it. It actually worked. So I feel like someone has tapped into a gift that brings them success. Now, something could start off as shallow, especially like someone who could be a music artist, because I'm seeing someone who is just like, I got money, I got girls, I got, you know, this and I got everything. Or I'm building my empire. Somebody is already coming in the game thinking that they're Kanye. I always use him as an example. Sorry. That's because he's just so confident. But I like his confidence. I know a lot of people are like, no, I hate Kanye. Something about his confidence, I get it. I would probably argue with him, but I would just be like, I love it. But yeah, something about this person, they're coming off very confident here. People are drawn to this energy. It could be you, or it could be the person that you're dealing with. I just feel like there's a lot of admirers. Someone admires your advice, the way you dress. I see someone too who has been taking very good care of themselves. I feel like even if you only making $8 an hour, you know how to go out, piece together some stuff that look like you came out of a Versace, what do you call it? Department store, whatever. You are someone who just knows how to piece together some outfits that just look amazing. You could go into the Goodwill or some sort of thrift store unique, whatever. And you find the best things. You find a Cartier watch, you find some Prada shoes, you find some an Italian suit or belt or shirt, whatever the case. It's like you are the type of person that might just luck up at a thrift store. Like, for example, I'm thinking about like my brother. I don't know what it is with him. He knows how to spot expensive things or things that are valuable. He's found watches that people were like, didn't pay no attention to. He knew it was something about it. And sure enough, I mean, he used to make a killing off eBay. He used to find like these rare finds that was like actually worth stuff. He's found artwork that people would be like, what is this? Whose kid drew that? Like, damn, that's a Basquiat. Like, what did you find? Like, seriously, like you might be a treasure hunter or finder. Matter of fact, that is probably the word that was trying to be channeled here. Someone who finds treasures. I feel like this person goes off on treasure hunts, and they don't tell people. You can't tell everybody. But it's like you go off and you find valuable things. You may not tell everybody your secret, or you share your secrets of success, but not the best ones. So there's something secretive about the way you are earning your money and earning your success. Somebody has really figured out like manifestation. Someone really understands astrology and knows how to work with the planets and the elements. And someone maybe has, understood free will and how it works for them. I personally am still kind of working with things that kind of work for me. Something, it's like I'm still kind of like, I don't know if you can make everything. But, to each his own. Somebody might, that's just at my level. I'm not going to knock anyone who feels like they have figured out, how the law of attraction works at its highest potential for them. Now, I do see something in regards to relationship or romance. Somebody got your message, or someone gets your message. I feel like someone sent a message out and they were waiting, and then all of a sudden you get a call or a text. Someone is like, I got your message. Even if it is like, what do you call it? Telepathic, or it was just a thought. Well, that is telepathic, but it's a thought you were purposely sending out, like you were just meditating, like, call me, whatever the case you did. And it's almost like this person heard you, whether they got it in a spiritual way, like, yeah, I know you've been trying to channel me, or if they just out of the blue just started communicating with you. Either way, it's like they got the message. So you are connecting with someone. I feel like you lucked up with manifesting the person that you're meant to be with. I feel like you're going to be going out on dates. You guys are taking time to get to know one another. I just feel like you guys are going to have a lot of things in common. I do see dating. Those of you that are single, I feel like either you are dating more than one person, or they are. Maybe both of you are. Either way, I still feel like you're connecting with one person in particular. And once that connection is confirmed, I feel like as the guy, he's going to definitely like pursue or make the claim like, okay, you belong to me now. Like, we need to cut out all this other stuff and be exclusive. Or you as the you as the woman may be like, okay, you need to get rid of them other people that you said you were dating because you're mine. Like, no, we belong together and you know it. So cut it out. Let's be together exclusively. So I see something that may start off as dating. Yes, it may start off as dating and having fun, but I do feel like I out of one of these relationships, something is going to become exclusive. I'm also getting that you could be dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm also getting Aries for this, and then also maybe an Aquarius. But keep in mind, it could be any sign. Those are the ones that stood out to me. Now, those of you that is something is not romantic per se, I do see a reconciliation with a friendship, like maybe you and some friends, or if you had a falling out with anyone. This is reconciling. If someone did something dirty to you in the past, this is with the Judgment card, like you are open to seeing where things go. You're open to giving this person a chance, but you might be like, this is the last chance. Like, you shouldn't even get another chance, but this is the last chance. If you ever cross me again, like, that's a done deal. It's a wrap. So the Judgment, I do feel like someone has felt their shame. I almost feel like they were put in hot water, like the picture. They were put in a situation where they knew exactly how they made you feel, and that was punishment enough for them. Like, you might be thinking like, please, whatever the case. Of course, some of you have been through some much more serious matters. I'm not talking about that. Please, let's just kind of keep it realistic here. But whatever the case, if someone did you dirty in the past, someone did the same thing to them, and they got burned by their own actions, and they understand karma, they understand what they did, they kind of, it's just like they experienced, they felt everything that you could have possibly felt. You know how you ever been hurt so bad that after you got over the hurt, you became bitter and was just like, I hope somebody does this and that to you, and you blah blah blah, and you feel exactly the way I felt. Well, I feel like you got your wish. This person is so sorry, but I think what it was is that they had to go through their own process, their own spiritual lesson, their own process, especially too if this is a good person and they're going to be good from you. You know, I feel like for some of you, it's not going to be for everybody. I get that. But for some of you, somebody is coming back from the past, and they have redeemed themselves, and they're going to be a better fit for you. But you might want to say, let's take it slow. Let's just start off as friends. I'm not making any promises. Matter of fact, I just got comfortable with Robert over here, and I'm not ready to let him go. So you need to make sure that you're going to do right by me. I need to see how you act first before I fully give myself to you. So, I mean, and you have a right, you know, keep your options open. They should be generous enough to let you, you know, see if the connection is worth moving forward with. But, you know, I do hear the Two of Cups. This person is a soulmate. I mean, honestly, I mean, there could be some drama to this for some of you, but this is just one of those nights where I'm not really channeling too much drama. Yeah, I see the Three of Swords, and I mean a Seven of Swords and a Three of Cups, which is definitely some sort of deception. But I don't feel like it is happening for everyone. I do feel like someone has changed with the Wheel here. This is some sort of major change, shift. And then too, I just kind of feel like this is someone is being granted another chance. Spiritually, I feel like someone is summoning their ancestors. I feel like someone is also being held or crowned. Those of you that practice any type of, you know, religion, or if there's some sort of culture, some sort of ritual. I just kind of feel like someone is being crowned. Even like with, and again, I hope no 13-year-olds are watching, like with the Jewish holiday, I think at 13, what is it? I don't know what it's called. Hopefully I have some viewers that can name that, but I watch enough Entourage. I should know what that is. Oh my God. But yeah, it's that holiday when the boy turns 13 and then he has to get up in front of everybody and sing, or recite from the scripture. And that's like his rites of passage. But I feel like any type of religious ceremony, like you're being summoned or you're being crowned here, people are kind of like, oh, hell, so-and-so. Well, that's how it's coming off to me. But it's like you're being honored here. This could be an award. Maybe it's an award ceremony where someone is getting recognized for their works, whether it be works in a community, works in film, television, works at the job, a graduation even, a wedding, or an exchange of vows. I am seeing something. It's not necessarily a wedding, but it's almost like a sacred, like two people are taking some sort of sacred vows together. Maybe it's just something personal or private, although I see witnesses here with these people. So I don't know what type of vows these people are taking with each other, but it doesn't look like a wedding, but it definitely looks important. It could be someone's baptism, or especially since if you have children, maybe you're baptizing the children. There is something else I was getting ready to say about being crowned. Oh yeah. So like if you don't really belong to any type of religious system at all, whether you know it or not, you are being honored, or you are being initiated, or well, you've already gone through an initiation, but now you're being crowned. Because you made it through the spiritual initiation. So you might not be aware of this happening, but it will show in your work, in your actions. Yep, that's basically what I'm getting from here. Definitely see you guys following your dreams, following your passions as well. I think I got following dreams in the first one, but I see something that you are passionate about, and this is also a card of victory and success. You may also be the successor of something at your company or in a family situation, like something's being handed down to you. You're being entrusted to something. I see some sort of information. Like I see a group of people and they're showing all their love and support to you. Like you're really admired. You could be feared, or it's like that nice balance between admiration, between love and fear. Maybe I'm getting too deep into the movies. You all ever seen A Bronx Tale when Sonny, how did Sonny do it? What was the hand gesture Sonny did? But he was always telling Cologino that, you know, there's something about there's a balance between love and fear, or he was like, they don't love me, they fear me because blah, blah, blah. Anyway, good movie. So I hope that resonated. We'll go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We have is that a 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry. Yes, it's the 9 of Cups. Sorry for being slow. I apologize. We have Temperance. We have the Emperor. 4 of Wands, y'all. Uh-oh, the 5 of Swords. Why is it always ending in the Five of Swords? Good Lord. We have the Fool, the Lovers, Two of Swords. Okay. Looks like some shit going down. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but seriously, a new journey begins, basically. I don't know why I'm getting the image of, and guys, please forgive me for this example, just exclude yourself from this little part. That one of those fake tampon commercials where the girl is just like, I'm woman, I'm free. I don't know, I just kind of get like that image of one of those cheesy commercials where someone is optimistic about like life. But guys, I'm sorry. I know there's some guys watching. Although since y'all so quiet, I be forgetting about y'all sometime. Y'all better start speaking up. But for the everyone, doesn't matter. I still see someone who is starting a new journey. Someone who is kind of stepping outside the box. You might even literally be moving away from your neighborhood or your town here, because it looks like someone, like in the background here, there's this city energy. And here you are kind of standing out from the crowd, and kind of, it's like you've got your bags packed. And I feel like maybe too, there is a sense of naivety. So what you're getting ready to do, people may be judging you for it. Matter of fact, I think this is what this is talking about too. People are going to be saying nasty things to you to try to discourage you from doing something, because they think that your idea is foolish, what you're getting ready to do. Whether you're getting off to meet someone, you're taking off to be with somebody you've never met before, whether you are starting some sort of new business venture, it's like you didn't plan anything. You're just like, and you're taking on that attitude. You're like, life is too short. You can't plan this. You can't plan that. You know, people should just live their life and be free and go for it. So someone is living like they're dying tomorrow. You know, what would you do if you found out you were going to die tomorrow? Like, you know, so it's almost like you want to live like there is no tomorrow. So I just feel like someone is getting ready to take some sort of major risk, and people are going to be talking about you. There's going to be backbiting, people turning on you. They might feel like they're protecting you by making you feel stupid or whatever, but it's like it's not affecting you. You're being completely detached from the decision that you're getting ready to embark on, or the adventure you're getting ready to embark on. I see here someone was hiding how they felt. Someone was very much in love and hiding the fact that they were in love. And they were refusing to make some sort of decision, or maybe they felt torn. Or maybe they were just like, I got a secret. I just can't, I'm not ready. But something changed and someone took a risk. They just put themselves out here. So someone is coming out like a risk taker, because they know they have desensitized themselves. They've prepared for the worst. So they're ready to be rejected. Someone is just like, you know what? I've been rejected before. I didn't like it. I said I would never be rejected again. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. At least I said it. At least I did it. Because like I said, it's like someone is acting like, you know, today is their last day. So they're like, I'm taking all kind of stupid risk. I feel too like, because the Lovers is showing, and the Two of Swords, it just looks like someone was torn between two people. and decided, they finally made their decision. They're like, okay, I know who I want to move forward with. I'm ready. Let's do this. So someone is definitely putting themselves out there and choosing between two people, it looks like. Now, it does look like too, one person gets hurt eventually. Like, even though in the midst of your happiness, someone may be hurt about the decision that you made. This can even be your mom, especially the guys who are mama's boys. And I'm not saying that like in a derogatory sense, but you love your mom. You love your mom. And she's just like, I don't like that girl. I think you're a fool if you go off and marry her or go off to live with her or whatever the case. And she like saying all sorts of things, hurtful things, and things that she might later regret one day. But she's just trying to discourage you. But she really doesn't mean it. She's concerned. I also feel like you guys have completed something within yourself. And I feel that you are in this complete space of joy. There's this inner joy going on within you. There is this confidence that is surrounding you. People can see it. Like you have an aura to you. People might even say it like, nigga, you glowing? But seriously, somebody is coming off as if they are radiant. They're glowing. For females, some of you could, maybe you're finding out that you're pregnant and you do have the pregnancy glow. Maybe this is like the last dragon where Show Enough and Leroy was glowing. Somebody glowing. What's that song? You've got that glow. You've got that glow. That's my movie. I would watch it again, but I just recently watched it when I saw they put it on TV. I was like, oh, I'm about to watch this. Throwback. But no, someone feels like accomplished. Someone feels like they have mastered the self. This is an energy of self-mastery. Someone has pride within themselves. They're patting their own self on the back. They're like, good job. Like that was some shit. Good job. But I just feel like someone is definitely feeling good and coming out into the spotlight too. It looks like too there, someone may have been behind the curtains at first. Maybe this person was shy. Maybe you were shy, whoever it is. Someone was shy and now they're kind of stepping out on their own and they're confident. It could have been too that someone was in some sort of codependent relationship, but until they connected with this person inspired them and kind of broke a spell and now they're free. So I feel like maybe too someone could have been spellbound to someone's words, ideas, or thoughts, and now they're broken from that spell. Someone got their kiss. I don't know. I just kind of feel like, who was that? That was Snow White. Snow White gets kissed and wakes up. Does that happen to a guy? Oh, if you was a frog, yeah. Some princess kissed you and now you turned into a prince. So something happening where people are transforming because they feel like they met their other half. And this was one of those situations that was divinely guided. For some of you, it could be connecting with a twin flame or just your spiritual counterpart. In a nutshell, doesn't matter. You guys are connected. And you guys are both coming off as very independent people that can both be your own individual selves, but yet together. So it's a healthy bond. Here, the Temperance, she came out earlier too. So something about this connection, you guys are tapped into one another. You guys are the perfect blend of energy. The perfect blend of personalities. You just get each other people feel good when they're around you. Like, you guys might have healing qualities when you're around other people. People can't help but to turn their heads when they see you as a couple, because they're just like, wow, you guys have good energy, you know. So something about your connection heals people around you. I feel like, you know, the king and queen have met. He sees someone that he admires. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. You guys might be talking about you're single, but there is someone that is trying to channel through. So maybe one day for somebody, you know, this person is coming in, you know. So especially if you've been single for a while and you've learned something. That's what I'm saying. It's like you have overcome something on your own. And because of that, this person is being brought into your life. Like, you're being matched with your half here. The Temperance, it's almost like she's aligning these two energies together. So it is, again, coming off as some sort of divine setup, divine intervention. And these people are just kind of being matched by their overself, because they're ready. It's like maybe somebody wasn't ready at first, but now they're ready. The both of you, maybe neither of you were ready, but now something happened. It's weird because a lot of times too, we don't know what tests we were going through. Sometimes we find out at a later date, you know, why we had to go through something. And sometimes we still look back and say, I don't know, but at least it made me stronger. Or, you know, I did learn. If you look back, you probably will realize something that you learned going through a breakup, or the time that you were alone and isolated and single. So one day I feel especially my prayer to those of you that have been waiting for a long time is that you will receive, you will be aligned with someone who finally matches your energy, and you guys get to go and dwell together. So the Emperor, he wants to build. He's spotted someone who he can build his empire with. He's getting ready to lay down his foundation. He sees you as the epitome of queen. You're definitely his ideal queen, or you have met your ideal king. It doesn't matter, because you guys feel the same way about each other. So whichever way I'm telling the story, you know, just switch it around, however it applies to you. You met your match and you're ready to dwell with them. You guys may be talking about moving in together. Of course, if this is too brand new, that's not happening. But, you know, it's like it is blending pretty good. You might feel so comfortable with one another that it just feels right. It just feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. So maybe after 2, 3, 4 months, you guys are talking about moving in together. This also, what I'm seeing too, now since we all like a little drama, what I am seeing, something in regards to a one-night stand. And then it's not necessarily that someone ghosts you. I feel like really you guys both get distant with each other. And I was explaining earlier in the other reading that for some of you, it's a defense mechanism, or is coming off again as self-sabotage, especially since she is doing that to herself. She's hurting herself. So, excuse me, some of you guys may be doing something purposely to kill the connection. It's like, why did you do that? Everything was so at peace. Everything was stable. Maybe something got too boring for you. You might be somebody that doesn't realize that you like a little bit of drama. Maybe not too much, but you might like a little bit of drama to keep things excited, you know, exciting. So it's almost like, too, some weird love-hate energy going on. It's like intense attraction, and then it's like, I need my space, or you find something to nitpick with them on, and just so that someone can have an excuse to leave or be like, I'll talk to you later. But then the next thing you know, you guys are back connecting and healing again. That's so weird. Like, who picked 1 and 3? Because this is like the same similar messages here. You guys have the ability to heal and connect with one another. Even after saying hurtful things, you are going to be able to easily move on from whatever was said, because I don't know, just something about your chemistry. First, I'm saying it again because I don't know if those of you that are cross-watching or, just watching like the entire video, but I feel like this is a situation where one person is able to be upset while the other person remains calm. So it's not like you guys are having the same mood at the same time. And if you do both find yourself too peaceful, you might stir something up. But the other person is you guys are both going to be able to resolve it very quickly and act like nothing ever happened. We were arguing? We were? No, not us. So I also feel like someone is tapped into the other person's energy. You guys are just going to really balance one another. Really balance. I feel too like you guys are going to be having conversations that are very unusual, very out there. And that's another one of the reasons why you're going to really enjoy this person. Like, you can't tell the average Joe that you watch tarot readings and that you like tarot cards and crystals and spirit guides and ancestors and walk around saying Ashe. You can't have those basic conversations. I was just like joking around with myself today, and I was thinking how I go to Facebook to be asleep, and then I come to my other platforms and I'm woke. So it's like I'm asleep on Facebook and woke everywhere else, because my Facebook friends just don't get it. They just don't get it. I end up always isolating myself from my unusual conversations or topics that I be wanting to talk about, and it's like crickets, chirp chirp, so I feel like you guys have that natural ability to go deep in conversation and talk about hieroglyphics and astral projection and mental telepathy and remote viewing. You guys are just talking about all sorts of unusual things: angels, demons, esoteric wisdom. You guys are just kind of exchanging what you've learned through your experiences. You guys might be talking about when you were children. Did this happen to you? Yeah, I know when I was a kid, I seen a skeleton around my I seen a skeleton in my room, and they was talking to me, and you're gonna be like, word, that didn't happen to me, but there was a tiny person that came out from under my bed, and I had a conversation with them, and they told me they were Azrael, and I don't know, you guys are just having like these weird conversations that if someone was a fly on the wall, they would be like, someone lock them up now. So whatever the case, but that's what drives you guys. That may also be the bond that you have, or because this is maybe something that you've been searching for or wanting someone to get you, and you feel like finally this is a sense of accomplishment. This is a time for celebration. I also feel like, as a clue for you, there could be something coming up during a celebration. So I know the next holiday is Good Friday, and then Easter. And then we have, birthdays coming up. Someone may finally be moving out. So if you've already been in a relationship, you guys might be finally moving in together. taking your first steps together as a couple. I feel like you're learning about each other. I feel like you guys are willing to both be patient with each other. You know how some of you have been maybe traumatized by feeling like maybe someone gives up on you. I feel like this person's not going to give up on you. They might give you a hard time. You might give each other a hard time, but I feel like you guys are in it for the long run. Like you guys are really connecting. Something else I was getting here. Now, also, I know I've been going on about love again. Sorry. But this can also apply to you just being independent and getting out on your own, making adult decisions, or even if you're like 30, you're making some sort of adult decision finally, and you're getting out on your own. I got out of my mom's home very late, very late. It's like I don't want to say it now, but the only excuse I have is family business. Family business will have you broke. You don't get paid. It was one of those type of family business. Don't get me wrong. My family business, my family had a bakery. They were very successful in the early years. Mom, she was making like over like almost like $500,000. No, she said $250,000. My bad. Finna exaggerate. But I think she was making like $250,000 each year for the first few years that she had started that business. And so we were like middle class. Like I always related to the Cosbys. You know, I just felt like that was us. But as the years progressed, the business, they didn't really keep up and keep evolving with the times, and so many setbacks and never fully recovering. Like my family are strong. They will always like get back up and start that business on a shoestring budget. But it's like after so many years, they just still had so many setbacks. So eventually the last few bakeries we had, like, you know, I didn't get paid. I was just in it out of loyalty. And I learned in astrology, when you have Saturn in the first house, it's like you owe your family a debt. You're indebted to your family for a certain amount of years. And sure enough, on my Saturn return is when I moved out for the first time, 28, 29. Met my first serious relationship. We moved in together and I was free. I was on my own, independent. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is getting ready to happen. If you've already gone through this, then this is cycle 2, phase 2. Maybe you've been, you know, like I said earlier, I don't know, those of you that follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I did post something about this phase of being single is, you know, is like complete. It's completed. Now also going back to business, I see definitely entrepreneurship. The Emperor wants to do things his way. He wants to start his own business. He goes after what he wants. He's optimistic. He's driven. Even though there's an Emperor on here, you can have that same energy as a woman. You know, you're just being driven and you're focused and you know exactly what you want to do, and you're finally making moves to start your business. So definitely successful entrepreneurship cards are here. If you're wondering, should I do it? Maybe you've been holding back. I don't know. Should I stay with my job at corporate America? What if I fail? Something happens, you make that decision to follow your passions, and bam, here you are. We are living single in a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls. What? That's right. See, I'm silly tonight. But I know y'all singing living single now, but basically that is what I'm getting. Like, you have your freedom, you have your independence, you're establishing yourself, you are using your gifts. I feel like you are also manipulating energies. If you are also someone who practices the arts, spiritual arts, I feel like, again, somebody is reaching king status or queen status. And I feel like these are similar messages out there. So I'm liking the energy that's tuning in, because I feel like there's a lot of success on the minds of everybody tonight. I feel like there's a lot of success stories going on, and the energy is more positive, and everyone is maybe moving on from, some negative energies. And, granted, sometimes, things aren't always on the up and up. We have shifts. Everything's not always going to be peaches and cream. But when the readings are, you better take it and run with it, because I really don't have really too much negative to say about any of the readings that I had in the pick a card. So that is all, you guys. I'm exhausted. I've depleted my energy, but I hope you were able to gain from that. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My views, sometimes, I don't know if YouTube be tripping. I'm like, hey, I've been on YouTube a minute now. Like, give me my props, YouTube. Give me my props. All right, but you guys have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.